Hello, Bobby aka Anarcha Media here, and in this video I am going to talk more about one of my favorite group of quote-unquote villains from one of my favorite anime of all time, FMA 2003, and I'm going... And I am going to shed some light, hopefully, on the question of, did the 2003 homunculi have souls? Now, throughout the series, Dante and the homunculi themselves, as well as Edward, assert that they do not have souls. However, various plot points relating to the homunculi over time, and as well as evidence from the manga and Brotherhood, strongly begin to pile up, suggesting a very different story to be the case. And indeed, whilst in the manga and Brotherhood, the homunculi souls can be said to be taken from the Philosopher's Stones they are composed of. In the 2003 anime and the sequel film Conqueror of Shambhala, what we ultimately find out is not only do the homunculi have souls, but they are in fact specifically the soul of the person who was supposed to be brought back in the transmutation that created them. How do we know this? We know this because, again, in Conqueror of Shambhala and before, Wrath is sent into the gate. The gate is a realm composed of human souls. So we know from this, if Wrath truly did not have a soul, he would not have been able to be sacrificed to the gate. And we know that the other homunculi also have souls, because of the fact that lust and sloth have the humans, they were transmuted from original memories. If they did not also have the souls of those individuals, that wouldn't be possible. And in the OVA reflections, it's shown that greed has the same memories, but true to his nature, tries to repress them because he's more interested in taking shit. However, even greed was not defeated by his skull alone. He was defeated instead by a combination of his skull and the connection his original human self had to Dante as one of her first lovers. Similarly, the mother-child relationships that Rathens sloth and lust and gluttony form also so show that they have a soul. Furthermore, Bradley Pride, unlike his Wrath counterpart from the manga and Brotherhood, shows that he considers himself one of God's guardian angels, which despite his evil sociopathic nature is also highly suggestive of a soul. So, additionally, envy, his entire motivation for hating human beings is the fact that he was, abandoned by his father/creator, Hohenheim, who then went on to have a quote-unquote perfect wife and kids, hence him becoming envy. And this is further emphasized by his shape-shifting, of course. So if we know that, 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 that the homunculi have souls, can we assume that Dante also knew that? Yes. Considering her experience with the gate as an alchemist, and considering she knew of the homunculi's origins and practically raised them, as well as creating or co-creating with Hohenheim, envy, gluttony, greed herself, as well as taking in homunculi that other alchemists had already created, which shows her own avarice. So yes, I believe that Dante did in fact know for a fact that the homunculi had souls. So then, why did she lie to them and tell them they did not? It's very simple. She lied to them to make them easier to control. And we know this because of what she does with gluttony when he expresses grief over lust, and how she treats wrath when he expresses grief over sloth. And and, and this this vanity and cruelty and carelessness on Dante's part is what ultimately turned several of the homunculi, including lust, wrath, gluttony, again after she eventually does not so much remove gluttony's soul, but alchemically suppresses it. Right? There's a big difference there. So, so yeah, Dante knew for a fact that the homunculi have souls, but she lied to them in order to control them. And and what and part of what made me come to this realization was actually the OVA VA state alchemist versus homunculi, which I which I know is a non-canon OVA made for a made made for a Universal Studios Japan attraction, but it has more state alchemists versus homunculi action than the series proper provided, which is always cool. And there is one part near the beginning where Greed actually talks about attaching his soul to Alphonse's suit of armor, and of course, um, and of course, um, and of course, for a while I thought, don't homunculi not have souls in the 2003 anime? But then I looked back, and I realized, no, that's true. They did have souls, and Dante just lied to them that they didn't, and of course, greed due to having escaped from Dante's control centuries prior, would not have known about that lie. So it's it's an interesting detail, even though it is as I know, a non-canon OVA, but it just got me thinking along these lines. This has been Bobby, aka Anarcha Media, Liberty, Equality, Fraternity. Goodbye.